guys, Greenbird here. I hope everyone is doing awesome. It's a beautiful day here in Maine. I escaped the dungeon. I think maybe we're outside for good, back on the back porch here, and ready to do some napping. I'm gonna nap this Biface that I made over the winter. You probably remember it. I didn't make it that long ago. Not everybody liked the video, I guess, but I'm gonna like it when this is done, that's for sure. So I can't figure out if I should just leave it wide and see if I can run some of those flakes with pressure flaking, since I've been having better luck, and make one of those wide points, or not. So I don't know. I'm going to grind it while I'm thinking about it, but I have a feeling what I'm going to do is just kind of trim off a little bit of these edges. I think it's going to lose some size a little bit. But for now, we'll just flake it and see how it's going to flake for me today. I've been having pretty good luck lately, so I'm hoping that I'll have good luck today too. I worked some Rainy Buttes the other day. Had really good luck with it. Unfortunately, I got it on film, but I accidentally deleted it, so you were stuck with all I had left. Which wasn't much. Alright, that's a pretty good start. Drove that flake, cleaned up some of that junk too. I really like this peach Flint Ridge. I don't know if it's all the same or if it's just the batch that I got back in the day, but really naps really well. Oh, look at that. Check that flake out. If it keeps going this well, then we're going to leave it wide. One of the things I really like about Indirect is, another good flake, is that you can drive such long flakes, such long thin flakes. And I know you can do it with a billet too. I mean, it's all the same, but it's definitely a lot easier with Indirect. Trying to pay attention to the thick spots and not get carried away with the fun spots. But there's a piece there's a part right here that needs to go, so let's take it now. Ooh, I might be hitting this a little too hard. I did get a good flake though. Check that out. But I don't want to take a chance on a deep dive, so I guess I should lighten up a little bit. Especially since you really don't even need to hit with Indirect that hard to get what you want. I think I was talking about it in the last video. It seems like it's more about, actually that's probably the part that got, or it was probably in that part that got deleted, but it seems like to me like it's more about the follow through than anything, you know, like baseball. Just hit the ball, follow through, and I think I remember, I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth, but I think I remember Mr. Crafty saying the same thing, that you don't really need to smack it super hard all the time. Alright, I'm gonna skip this right now just because it's I've got a good platform there, but look how thin that's getting. I still have some beefy stuff down here, so I think I'm going to leave that for now. That'll also help mitigate end shock a little bit. So I'm going to take a flake off the base here. I have a pretty good platform. That's the only downside of being out of the dungeon, is that it gets noisy, because unfortunately I am a little bit close to the road on this side of the house. There we go, that fell off. This is half the flake. So you can see this Indirect is starting to work for me. And boy, I'll tell you, it's about damn time. I've put in my dues. I deserve it. Nice, got rid of that. It's a shame that that piece of quartz right there, that quartz pocket, is on such, you know, it's on the edge. Because it'd be really cool to keep that in the point, but very unlikely that that's gonna make it. Just because I doubt the point's gonna end up this wide. So I do have that I'm battling. It was there when I finished the preform. You can see that little that hinge. Hopefully you can see it. I can never tell what you can and can't see because I can't see anything in the camera. I don't know if it's my safety glasses or the angle or the lighting or what it is, but what you hear there is a rich person. Think about all that gas. You probably just blew, I don't know, $2 or $3 right there. Alright, stuff is a little wavy. It's probably me though. Oop. That one I'm going to have to go back and look at. I'm almost positive what I did was I chickened out. Instead of keeping my pressure, I think I backed off a little bit. I do that sometimes. I don't know why. I think sometimes it's either I'm afraid of hitting my finger or I'm chickening out because I'm afraid the flake is going to, you know, it's going to break the Biface. I don't know. Well, that's a little stubborn spot. It's kind of awkward grinding like this. I'm used to grinding, used to being able to lock my leg in and grind, but especially with these because I keep cutting myself on, well, not cutting myself, but I scratch myself on those clamps. I don't know. I'm still working on the perfect system, but this is working for me, so I'm kind of afraid to make any changes. One thing though, and maybe somebody can shed some light on this, is I'm still having, oh, I was hoping to get that booger out, but it didn't work. Still having problems when I go down to the smaller one. So it almost seems like I do most everything with this larger one and pressure flaking, but I wish I had a nail that was in between these two sizes. I know it exists. I gotta just get off my lazy butt and find it, or go to Home Depot and buy some copper and twist it and go through all that rigmarole myself. But you know, been busy making excuses. There we go, another nice flake. Oh, this is really working out there. Look at that, the sun. I miss you so much. I'm sure my neighbors right about now are thinking that I am crazy. That's all right though, keeps them away. I'm just kidding, I have great neighbors. Another nice flake. These flakes are running nice and long. So if this is if you're new to napping, this is about the time that you start to really miss all that really sweet material that you turned to gravel. Wish you had it back. Instead, you're stuck with a basement full of obsidian. Which, don't get me wrong, I like obsidian. I mean, I don't like it, but I do somewhat enjoy working it. But it's just so messy. And my, you know, I'm on my back porch here. It goes right into my back door into my kitchen, which is convenient because, you know, when I get thirsty or hungry or whatever, I can go in there. But, you know, with the Flint Ridge, I can just kind of shake off. But with Obsidian, boy, it gets in every nook and cranny. It gets stuck to you, sticks to your shoes. You get it everywhere. Then the wife gets it stuck in her feet. My feet are pretty leathery, so I don't usually have that problem. In fact, for me, when I get cut, it's usually this stuff, harder stone. It's actually like a, you know, like a glass cut. It's not like a little poke. But I've had my share of obsidian stuck in my feet too, so. Oh, got myself a little bit of a. That looks like a hinge, but I'm going to call that a step because that wasn't a sudden termination. That was a slow and gradual termination. Even though it doesn't have that typical step appearance to it, you can tell by the way the termination looks. You know, it didn't take a chunk out or anything. It just I could probably pick at that enough and pick it off because it also runs. It's not just flat right there. It also runs up a little bit. Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit. I could probably afford to do that, right? Ooh, I'm starting to get hot. I think I'm going to have to take this shirt off. You guys are going to see my chicken arms to match my chicken legs, but it's not my fault. I've lost a lot of weight. That quartz is giving me a hard time. I've always had skinny arms. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that was going to do that. I gotta stop doing that. When I have a feeling something's going to do something, I should listen to myself. I need a platform right where that piece of quartz is. For those who might be watching that don't know what I'm doing right here, when I take these really, really tiny things, all I'm doing is I'm moving the edge, either up or down, depending on which way. So in this case, I'm just bringing this edge upward a little bit, so that when I flip it, I've got that angle that gives me a platform. If that makes any sense at all. So obviously, if I want to hit on this end, I need to have that smile, right, to hit. That drives the flake. If I don't have that smile and it's flat, I have to create that smile. So what I do is I lower that edge down. All right, if that makes sense. And ironically, in order to lower that edge down, you got to hit it from the other side. Because that's how you get that angle. Let's try one more time where this quartz is. Oh, I chickened out again. I know I did that time. I'm letting this quartz get the better of me. Let's try it again. Okay, didn't get the great flake, but I got rid of that quartz. Got my finger a little bit that time, but not too bad. Alright, so I need to get rid of this ripple. You see that ripple? That's no bueno. So I'm going to bring this edge up. Well, I might have to do a little bit of both because that edge can only come up so much. So I'm going to flatten this out first, see how far we can raise it up, and then I might have to come back to the other side. But let's not forget about the other side too and end up with some wonky thing. So I'm going to take a break real quick. Just grind. Maybe trim. I know some of you guys use Indirect for everything. That's crazy. I mean, crazy good. I don't know how you do it. I still find myself needing to break out the bopper. In fact, no, don't do it, Greenbird. Stick to the Indirect. That's why you made this to begin with. We got something to work with there. Ooh, yeah, it's getting hot. I'm gonna have to take a break and lose this. This is a thick work shirt. Nope. Got a flake, but I think I chickened out a little bit. Let's try it again. There we go. I probably could use to hit this at a little bit steeper of an angle on those flakes. Alright, so I need to get back to this base. Super tempting to take some of those other flakes, but I'm not going to. Find my best platform. Try and make sure there's a ridge there. Oh, I thought for sure I had a flake that time. Huh. There we go. Got one that time, though. Kind of a small one, but it's all I want because I'm taking basil strikes, you know what I mean? So I don't need basil. Is that a real word? I know it's a real word, but does that apply in this situation? I don't know. It does now. Again, just trimming them, giving myself some platforms. And take a look at it, make sure my shape isn't getting out of control, because I am notorious for that. And then it turns into a knife. Yeah, let's take this one. I know I'm not really showing my platforms. There you go, you get to see it. I mean, I've got videos out there where I show my platforms, and there's plenty of videos out there. I just assume by now, if you're watching this, you're pretty aware of what a platform is and what it should look like. Besides, looking at my platforms might not be the best example. Sometimes I'm a little bit lazy on them. But that's another cool thing about Indirect, is you can sort of get away with that sometimes. I mean, you shouldn't. I mean, the rules don't change just because you're using a different kind of technique, but sometimes you discover, and it's different for everybody, but there are certain things you can get away with using certain techniques a little bit more often than using different techniques. And of course it depends on what stage you're in. You know, when you're in the initial bifacing stage, things are a little more forgiving. Just grind that, because that's a really nice platform and a nice ridge. So let's maximize it. So you can see there's that low point. And it's going to follow that ridge. I've got nothing but glare on my end, so hopefully you have a better view than me. Oh. Kind of went everywhere, but that's okay. Just trying to get rid of that boogery spot. It's starting to work a little bit. I mean, it's still there, but it's not as pronounced. I should try and do more trim work with my indirect. Excuse me. Oops. See, got myself. Now when I think of it, I try and turn it so that the side that likes to bite is away from me. So I'm going to lose a little bit of my shape here. I'm going to have to come back and reshape this. But that's alright. It's worth it to get rid of that boogery spot. And it pretty much did. I mean, you can see it a little bit still, but we'll clean that up. But now I got to make sure that I trim properly so that I don't. See how I'm like my shape is off on the base. It's kicking that way. I'm going to fix that. That's an easy fix. That's just bringing up that one side. It's tempting to try and like fix it by the edges, but it's an issue of the base, really. Because if you just, instead of trying to adjust that edge, if you just tip the point the way you want it, so that's straight again, and then just take off the part of the base that shouldn't be there in order to keep your point straight. See what I'm saying? So this is flat, and it's kicking away this way. But if I turn it just a smidge this way, all I gotta do is get rid of some of this base here, and I'm good to go again. Which I'm gonna take a bopper and use a bopper. Right. Just a little bit at a time. You can take more off, but you can't put it on. Can't put it back on. Let's see, is that still kicking, or is that better? I've got a rounded edge on this one side, so it's kind of hard to tell. There we go. It's straight again, and I didn't lose very much in my length. And you can see, I guess while we're here, you can see it's already starting to thin out. I mean, it's real wavy right now. That's all right. I don't care about that. I'll fix that. That just means I have more platforms to take. Let's see here. Let's take one right here. Let's toughen that up a little first, though. I don't really like grinding so close to my face. I gotta figure out how to fix that. So I might have to reshape again after this, but I need to thin that tip out. I can't leave it that way. Oh yeah, that's good. Wait till I show you this after this. Maybe I should shut my mouth and just nap, right? Might have to get the pressure flaker out. Alright, so I need to lower this edge, so maybe there we go. I guess grinding left-handed works a little bit better. So let's just take what we got here and this tip is getting away from me a little bit. Not careful. There we go. That fixed it. Oh, that was beautiful. Raise the edge back up a little bit. Okay. My center line is not exactly even, not even close to even on both sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to touch this up with a little bit of pressure. Okay, so this edge needs to come up. Where does it need to come up though? Or that other edge could come down. Let's see here. That was a decent one. Alright, so that's better. I'm not going to shoot for perfection right now because we have a long ways to go. It's very likely that this is going to get significantly more narrow just because, I don't know, because that's how it goes. Why does that keep coming up on me? Huh. I think what I need is some longer flakes. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep chasing one edge after another. I just need to take some thinning flakes. There we go. There we go. Kind of got a big bite out of there though. Come on, work with me. Go. Alright, so we're going to call that good for now on that part of the process. Got to trim up a little more. there's where we're at. It's getting pretty thin, but it still has ways to go. And we've kept a decent amount of our length. What I should have done was trace that preform on a piece of paper so I could come back and see how much of it I kept, but I really wasn't sure if I was going to intentionally try and keep it as wide as possible. I mean, it's not really going to be a very functional point, but it might look cool. And it's something different. Look at my points and they kind of all look the same. Whoops. Yeah, I think I should dig a little deeper on that is what I should do. The platform's just a little small for the big copper. Need to make it a little bit bigger. I'll get a few more while I'm here. I think that's a different platform that I took. So this is good. It's leaving me platforms every time. Except for this one's on kind of the other side, so I'm just gonna fix that. This one too. Ooh, a big flake that time. Didn't mean to take such a big flake, but I got flint in my glove. I don't know, I'm wondering if maybe I could stop wearing the glove. Not hitting myself as much, and the flakes seem to be a little more controlled. But you know what'll happen as soon as I take the glove off, I'll gash myself. And then all this nice weather, I'll be out of commission for like a week. Take a couple more flakes, then I'm going to change into something more comfortable. Okay, I have a problem spot right here, but I think I'm going to reserve that for pressure. Middle is starting. I wonder if I can encourage that to release. Well, I might be stuck with it. We'll have to wait and see. Sometimes they actually fall off while you're doing other things. You get lucky. Fix a platform here. See how low that edge is? I'm thinking if I can raise that up and give myself a better platform, might be able to knock off all that trash in the middle. See the difference? Hope so. It's lower. I can actually get a bite in there and drive a flake. Doesn't guarantee I'm going to clean up the crap or break it or anything like that, but oh, that did, but it left me with more. That's a bummer. We'll see if I can take it from this side. They might just be so stacked right now that they're not going to go anywhere. I think that's what's happening. I've got one more chance here, at least on this side. All right, well, it's not as bad as it was, that's for sure. All right, I'm just gonna hit this with some pressure really quick, and then I'll show you what it looks like. What I'm doing with the pressure here is I'm just bringing it back into shape a little bit. I'm not finishing it or anything like that. Oops, kind of takes off some of that stuff that would normally just fall off. I could probably use to sharpen that, huh? There we go. I guess that side looks pretty good. This side actually needs some billet work. This thing's almost a perfect triangle. It's definitely a little bit down and dirty, but I think maybe I'll break out the Ishy stick, smaller pressure flake, or the smaller indirect tool. Maybe see if I can make some progress with that. Or maybe not, because it's such a beautiful stone. I might just keep it the way it is. Lost my really nice sharp tip. That's alright though. Just bringing the sides in a little bit, so it's not quite as triangular. I should probably be doing this with my indirect tool for the practice. Oh, my battery's about to die, which is perfect timing for me to change into something more comfortable, but let me show you what we ended up with. Wrestle that thing off. So this is what we ended up with. Almost perfectly triangular. But this is the base down here. This is that quartz pocket, what's left of it. And this is a little piece of the color in there that was on that basal side. See, it's got a wonky, the center line is going to have to be fixed. This is definitely not done, but we'll call this a preform, I guess. It's nice and thin. What I'll probably do is bring this edge in. Bring this edge in. Or leave it the way it is. I don't know. I have no idea. Got that junky set of steps on there. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. This is what we did today. I'm proud of it. I think it came out good. Needs a lot of work, but, you know, so do most of us. So, have a good day.